Hi Capricorn, this is your general reading for mid-April 2017. It is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And again, it is a general reading, so it will not resonate with all of you, which is why I encourage you to watch your Moon and Rising sign videos as well. I also want to take this time to thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. It is really nice to know that I can help that many people on this platform since I'm used to only doing private readings for people. Okay, Capricorn, mid-April 2017. Capricorn. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so to start with, in the place of you, we have the Two of Pentacles. So it looks like there's quite a bit of uncertainty and chasing after something coming in here. And as usual, Capricorns, you have a lot of court cards. Actually, all of the suits are represented by the court cards. We have the King of Cups, the Queen of Swords. So you have a lot of smart people around you. We have the King of Wands, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles could very well represent you, could be male or female, but the suit of Pentacles is an earth suit. So usually when I get two court cards, because they could represent people or situations, I usually pull a clarifier card. In this case, the clarifier card was another court card. So then I pulled yet another card, which was the Three of Cups. So, like I said, there's a lot of uncertainty going on right now. I feel like there's a balancing act of sorts. There's a lot of chasing after something going on. And I almost feel like you're just letting go. Not necessarily letting go of yourself, but letting go of some of the control. Being Capricorn, I know we like that kind of thing. Letting go of things that you can no longer have a hand in. I feel like there are enough people around you representing all areas of your life, all suits, all signs. There is someone, we'll say older or wiser than you, in all areas of your life who are having some effect on what this back and forth thing is going on. So the King of Cups here is someone who I almost feel like it's a father figure to you. And the Queen of Swords feels like a mother figure. So I think that there are parents, or maybe you and your spouse are parents. But I feel like there's some kind of parental influence coming in, and this is almost like this childlike action going on, which is really, really weird for Capricorns. It's what I'm not understanding. I almost feel like you're looking for attention in any way you can get it. So in this case, with the Seven of Swords, this guy is trying to steal the swords while nobody is looking. It's almost a childish thing to do because you know there's no need for it, but it's like you're looking for attention in any way that you can get it. The Hangman, just letting go, letting things happen, letting things be. Um, and with this balancing act going on, I just feel like you can't hold such tight control. And I think maybe that's what the last 2 weeks of April are trying to teach you, is that you can't control everything, and that there are people in your life who can help in areas where you might not have the expertise. The King of Wands was a clarifier card, so it's just someone else, like no matter what you're struggling with, there is someone close by who can give you advice. The Queen of Pentacles, I mean, it looks here like you're somehow feeling like you're losing control of finances. Again, not something that Capricorns like to do. But I don't think that there's anything to worry about. I feel like someone has things under control there. It might not be you. Maybe it's a partner, a spouse. Someone is, or even it could be an accountant, could be a financial advisor. Someone is looking after your money. Even though you feel like everything is all over the place, it's not. Everything is okay. Now, with these, maybe you've been off spending childishly or without much thought, and now you're trying to backpedal a little bit because now you realize that you don't normally spend like that, and because you're not used to that feeling, you're now trying to backpedal and fix what you feel is broken, even though it's not necessarily broken. Maybe this is actually you trying to return things that you've purchased because you feel like it was a bad decision to make, and they can't be returned. So it's okay. Live with it. It's not the end of the world. Someone has things under control. Now, if I feel like there's a celebration happening, and it might be brought up or started at the end of April, but I think that it's going to culminate in the fall. So late September, October, I feel like there's some kind of celebration. And because this is yet another clarifier card of these parents cards, maybe there is an anniversary celebration coming up in October. Maybe it's a big celebration, like a 50th or a 60th or something that has to do with your parents. Or people are becoming parents in September or October. But I feel like it has to do with the parental figures, and it has to do with the celebration. So this is kind of like a two-part thing here, where you feel as if you're losing control over things, but you have, we'll say, the adults in your life who are actually looking after things. And then we have this celebration coming in that has to do with the parents as well. I'm going to pull a few cards from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reid. And this should give us some clarification, validation, or additional information that we can go on. I think you're very fortunate to have the advisors that you have. I think somehow you've aligned yourself with some pretty powerful people who have a lot of insight into many different areas. And I think it's great that you have that. Even though you don't like to let go of control very easily or very often, when it happens, I feel like there's really nothing to worry about because there are people that are there and actually keeping an eye on things. And don't worry if you have gone out and spent more money than you normally would, or have made some kind of extravagant purchase that you didn't really think through. It's okay. You don't normally do this, and it's going to be fine. And I think maybe some of this spending has to do with with travel or a trip or something, and you're trying to make it work. You're trying to balance the bills with what it's going to take to actually make this voyage. And maybe a father is going to come in and help out with some of the financial burden of what you're feeling. A father, an older man. Okay, so the first card that comes up is the prison wife. This card is representative of self-sabotage and poverty consciousness. So again, like I said, maybe you've made a purchase that you didn't think through, or you're somehow trying to balance your finances so things work out. Being fearful of being poor is not a good thing. I don't think it's because you're keeping yourself imprisoned when you have that fear. I think that you can be conscious of the financial situation without having a fear of it. Next is the camel boy, which is about taking small steps and asking for help, which again makes sense because you have all of these advisor cards here, the court cards, and they're all kings and queens. So they're people that have the experience and the knowledge to share with you if you'll just ask for it. And finally, we have the sacred union, which is all about partnership and romance. So maybe if this is your parents' anniversary party, or maybe it's your own, maybe it's a wedding, maybe it's people are getting married in September or October, but there is some kind of celebration that has to do with a union of people that is going to play a prominent role, that is probably going to start being planned at the end of April, but will actually come to fruition in the fall months. Hopefully this resonated with some of you Capricorns, and if you would like a private reading, please contact me at traveler with 2 L's 1230@gmail.com, and we will set up a time and date that works for us. I hope you have a great second part of April.